everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to continue on with the pink, and we're working with strictly Target items that are all, I think, pink except for maybe one, but the vinyl is pink. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So if you watched my craft haul video from last week, I showed you all the things that I got that were pink, and one of them is this planner. It's by Sugar Paper. What I like about this, right now I have the 25 version, but I saw this, and this is the 25 through 27 version, and I use this to plan out videos. I absolutely love it. And speaking of loving, I think I showed this in one of my craft haul videos. I don't know if it was the last craft haul video because I recorded it a while ago, but I used this 4 or 5 grip mat, and this is a standard setting or standard grip, and I actually think it does a really good job. And this is a really affordable option if you go to Hobby Lobby. And then I'm also going to be using their weeding tool. We'll see how it compares. I don't know if I like the little rims here to on the little tool here, but we'll see. So this is just some foil adhesive that I had got from Tech Wrap. I will be honest, anytime I have really intricate designs, I always opt for Tech Wrap because I think their vinyl is really good. I'm going to get my tool out to get the centers. Sorry if you hear my kid playing in the background. She has the next door neighbor. She is watching my daughter for me so I can get some things done. And she absolutely loves our sitter, so she's just having a lot of fun. So you might hear her in the background playing with her. But anyway, you know, they're just having a lot of fun upstairs, or outside. They're just having a lot of fun out there. Okay. So, anyways, I just think that Tech Wrap does a great job as far as intricate designs. By far, my favorite. And 405 does pretty good as well, but not as good as Tech Wrap as far as intricate designs go. Okay. So I currently have a planner, and it's black with white polka dots, and I absolutely love it, but it really shows the dirt, and this is a little bit more of a sturdier cover, and like I said, it's going to last a good 2 years, so I'm really stoked about that. Although I keep on buying a new one every year. And then my idea for this is to put it right here. Now, I've done one of these on my channel before, and it was a white with black polka dots, and I liked it, but I used it up, and I used iron-on. I think that's good, hopefully. If not, I'll have to redo it. But anyways, I did iron-on gold vinyl, and this is like almost like a plastic, so I don't know if it would fare well with iron-on. So that's why I went with adhesive. So there we go. I think I got that on somewhat pretty straight, maybe. I like it. Dream, plan, do. I think it's going a little crooked. That's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Okay, so I'm going to do some iron-on. And actually, believe it or not, I used AI to help me with this because I was kind of at a loss of what I wanted to put on here. I just knew I wanted to put something on here, but I wasn't quite sure. And I said, give me an SVG for something to put on a tool or pencil caddy, if you will. And it came up with this grab and craft idea, and I loved it. So right now I do pay for the subscription for GPT, excuse me, but I'm just trying it out, seeing how it works. It's kind of helpful, especially when with YouTube and all that. And like I said, it created this SVG for me. I'm sure I could have found a better, you know, I just threw, I know it myself, you know, a better AI system, but this is what I'm using. So it just says grab and craft, and I thought that was so cute. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on here. Let's see. I think that looks good. And I'm just using my mini Easy Press on low. I may have to kick it up, but we'll see. Grab and craft. I love it. Right now, if you remember from my video last week, I use this thing, and I don't like it because I don't like having to try to spin and find something. Plus, it just does not work for the area that I want to use it. So this is going to work out perfectly. Okay, don't want to overdo it, so I'm going to turn it over, let it cool down. Again, I may have to apply some more heat, but we'll see. My whole craft room is either white, pink, or navy blue. It's just the theme of my craft room. I love navy blue and pink and white, really. Oh yeah, that laid down perfectly. Now, of course, if it didn't lay down and you see some lifting, just put that back on here, and then you can reapply heat. Now, I don't have an SVG because this was done by AI on ChatGPT. So, you know, just be mindful of that. So again, I'm just going to put my scissors here, my little T-square, and then the rest of my, yes, I have a nail filer, because you never know when you need a nail filer. So there you go, and this just turns on my light. So there we go. That is what we're going to be using that for. So now I don't have to worry about trying to spin and find something. It's all going to be right here, tucked away in my little corner for crafting. But this works out perfectly. Okay, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Here's the one non-pink item. It's these little totes here. And I love these totes. They're really nice and thick. I have some grip mats that I want to put in here and to store. So in the spirit of doing pink, I decided to cut it out in this really bold pink vinyl. I'm hoping it's still good. This has probably been in my stash for years, and I'm really trying to declutter and get rid of stuff and just quit hoarding my scraps. So, and plus vinyl does, for those who do not know, that vinyl does go bad. So, you know, it has a shelf life, and then after a while, like, it's still gonna work, but what happens is it's gonna cut into, like, part of the backer is gonna come off with it, and then, or it may cut all the way through. And you're gonna sit there and wonder, like, what the heck? Why is my machine cutting through? And it's not that. It's just a matter of your vinyl is probably old. Also, another tall tale sign is it doesn't weed well. Now, of course, if you're buying Dollar Tree or, you know, some off-brand or whatever, that could be also the reason why. I tend not to buy that stuff, just because for me, and let me clean this off with some rubbing alcohol before I do anything, but for me, it's just not worth the headache, and it's just worth it to buy some good brands like Tech Wrap. And I'm not a big fan of Oracle. I can't tell you how many times I've had problem with their vinyl. So I don't ever buy from them. I have them and I gotta get through them, but I won't buy any more from them unless they have a color that I can't get anywhere else. But I'm typically buying, if you're interested to know, I'm typically buying, that did not do a good job. That's gonna mess me up. What I mean by that is I laid this down crooked. But anyways, I typically stick with Tech Wrap 405, believe it or not. That's a Hobby Lobby brand, and I think theirs is really good. I've always used theirs for like the longest time. And then let's see, what else do I buy? I'll buy Cricut on a lot, but not on everything, because sometimes I think Cricut doesn't do a good job on their vinyl either. Okay, so here's what I'm telling you guys. There's just a little bit of it's peeling back, and that's just, see here, here's the classic problem. See how like you'll see the white here, and that just means some of the backer came off with it, and you just kind of got to get your weeding tool in between the vinyl and that backer. I'll have to get that once I'm pulling this off. And it's just because it's old. And will it stay to the test of time? I don't know. I never had issues, but it's just a matter of trying to get it off. So as you can imagine, this is not bad, but when you work with really small, intricate designs, then that's when it becomes a problem. And like I said, this is, I don't even know how old, this has got to be 3+ years. And normally, I think most vinyls, see how that part comes off, so it's not bad. But as I said, it's definitely not. Or so what I was saying was, like, it goes bad after a while, and vinyl only lasts, I think, about, I want to say, a year to 2 years. I think Oracle, I want to say, even has a shelf life on there, which I think is pretty cool. But so yeah. Okay. What's nice is you can hang this off of something. You also could use this for a beach, like you can take this to the beach, you know, whatever. I don't know what I'm going to use this one for. Maybe, I don't know. I'll find some use for it, obviously. Oh gosh, hopefully this will stick to it. I think I burnished it down. Okay, good. There we go. Grip mats. You got it a little lower. I'm so bad at this. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little offset. It's definitely lower, but I don't think I was paying attention to that. I really think I was paying attention more so on right to left than up and down, so that's okay. So here's again this one. I'll figure out something what to do with this. I'll probably see it in another video sometime down the road, but I really wanted to make sure that I got this one done. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into another iron-on craft. You guys saw this in my craft haul, and I actually have like a cream color one, but I use that when I do craft shows, and I really wanted one for my craft room, and since I'm doing this whole blush vibe in my craft room, I figured why not get the blush one. And I think the other one I did, I think I put Daily Creations on it, and then this one I'm just putting Create. I think that would be really fun. So this is just gonna house, I have an idea of what I want to do with it, but I'm not exactly sure. I have two options, so we'll see, but I think I was thinking of putting some pre-cut cardstock and a few other things in there. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. Or made up my mind, I should say. Okay, so let me preheat this real quick. And guys, make sure you lint roll this if you're doing any type of iron-on. I just don't have my lint roller. I ran out of the little sticky sheets and do not have any. I have them coming up to my house as we speak, but yes, I do not have any on hand. And I guess I could use transfer tape to kind of get any debris off of it, but didn't think about that. That's all right. I think what I'm going to do, now that I'm thinking about this as it's cooling down, I would want to put my foam pads in here. That would be good. Yeah, that would be awesome. We'll see. Okay. Looks like it's already trying to come off, so here we go. That's perfect. Again, just put that back on there if you need to reheat it, or you can always put some parchment paper back on here, and then I always like to do parchment paper, so putting this back on here, because if it's super sticky, because I don't want to have to pull that off, you know what I mean? So that's what I did. And this is like a new font. I wouldn't say new font. I've used this quite a bit, but I haven't used it in quite a while. I think it's called Witchy from Font Bundles. Okay, I think I have one more iron-on, so let's do the iron-on next, since I have my heat press already turned on. So let me go get that, and then we'll do that one next. Okay, so this tablet pouch. I have a tablet I haven't used in a while, and I want to start using it more. So I want a little pouch for it, a little sleeve, and you are actually going to see this. So let me open it up so I can show you. But you actually have, like, put your tablet here, your pen or tablet pen, whatever, and you have these other sleeves. Let me get that out of there real quick. And then you're actually going to see this design one other time because I liked it so much. And this. Pink and pink. I know some of you guys are probably not pink people, but I'm sure you can appreciate the crafts, right? Do it in the color that you personally like. I never used to be a pink girl. I was all about the greens and or blues and greens, and then I kind of just didn't. I don't know. I like green. It's a good color. It's in my top 5, but it's not my fave like it used to be. So I just have the letter R. In fact, I might just do the R and keep this one like that. Yeah, I think I might just do that. Let me just kind of see. I'm going to do this one too. So again, this one, you're going to see the same design on another item. Kind of like the R, just as it is. And then this, I just went ahead and spelled my name, my whole name. But I was thinking about this last night as I was trying to sleep, right? I do my best thinking when I'm trying to fall asleep. But I was thinking, do I really need my whole name? I mean, it's not like I'm around a bunch of people that's like gonna like, oh, is this mine or is this hers? You know, like I don't think that's gonna truly matter. I don't know. Let me just get these small, intricate designs out, or little middles. So here's this, and I was just gonna go, ooh, now I kind of like that. Oh gosh, what do I do? You know what we'll do? Here's what we'll do. We'll iron this on. And I should have preheated it too. Man, I am just forgetting all the things today. I swear, guys, for those who are new to this video, I'm a little bit more put together. And right now, oh my goodness, I am just, I don't know, trying to figure it all out right now. I think it's because I am just, I don't know. Now, if you're using the Easy Mini Press, make sure that you have constant movement. Sorry, it looks like there was some yellow. I'm like, where is this yellow coming from? Make sure you have constant movement. I'm doing it low again because I'm just, I don't know what material that is. because I don't want to accidentally ruin it. Okay, so flip it over, let it cool down. That's cooled down enough. Slowly peel this back, making sure you're paying attention to, you know, your edges. Make sure that it fully adhered to your base, and that turned out perfectly. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this in case I decide to do this next part, and it's just a matter of do I or do I not? I mean, I like it, but I also like just the R. Okay, so there's what that would look like. And then if I were to peel this back, I would just have the R. And I just used Cricut Design Space to kind of figure out where the placement of this is, because I have it completely centered both horizontally and vertically. I'm going to put this back on the letter R so I don't accidentally melt that. And then I'm just going to do my focus press on my full name, not just the R, because obviously we already had that ironed down. So I'm just going back and forth. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll just do another, since I'm already on here, just do another press to make sure it's good and press. You don't want to add too much heat to this because, you know, you don't want it just the glue, if you will, to seep out. And also this, my name, Rachel Daly, that is a navy blue. So it's kind of hard to tell. It's a deep. I actually had my husband look at this. I said, is this black or is this blue? Because it didn't have the name or the color of the iron on. So he looked at it really carefully and he said, no, that's navy blue. And I said, that's what I thought, but it looks black. So, okay. And then let's flip that over. I think that's good. Let that cool down and then we'll peel and reveal. Okay, so first, again, careful, since you reheated, you reactivated that adhesive, so you want to be careful about peeling that one back. And then of course, you want to be careful, this one's still kind of warm to touch, but I think we should be okay. Okay, we had some lifting, so what I'm going to do is put that back on there and put that back on. Just hit the press with that a little bit real quick. And there we go. Oh my goodness, I love it. That turned out so pretty. Let me know what you think. Oh, so cute. So I have this expanding file folder from the sugar paper. Again, all Target items. And I am going to use this as my cardstock scraps. And right now I have them sitting in this like divider container. And I personally just don't like it sitting out like that. It's just going to collect dust and I need the space too. So I figured I can put it in this little gadget here. And this is another old vinyl, so hopefully it won't have too many problems with, sorry it's white on white so it's really hard to see, but again, trying to get through my scraps. Scraps, okay, sorry. Play on the words. Alright, then this is a much bigger piece than I need. I'm going to have to trim this down. So, no static. You are not going to mess with me today. Okay, there we go. Scrape that down. Put that up. And then I'm going to trim this down because this is, I think my last one is about the same size. In fact, I'm going to keep this one and you'll see why here in a moment. Alright, so burnish that down and get the back really good. And before I do, I am going to, let's see here, I'm going to get that off. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. put my little magnet down. I don't know if it's probably going to get in my way. And looking for my towel. And I'm going to move this to the side here. And I'm going to peel this back. Yeah, this is going to be a doozy. This is such old vinyl. I really probably should just get rid of it, but I just have a hard time getting rid of it. It feels like such a waste, like I wasted money, which again, you guys, I think I did 5 things that I regret, and I believe one of them was purchasing a lot of vinyl. You know, purchase what you need for your projects, and then don't go ham. And the reason why I went crazy with vinyl is because, well, first of all, I crafted a lot with vinyl, and I still do. I just now end up more into cars than anything. But also, I'm such a sucker for clearance and good deals, and I just know how expensive this stuff can get, which is why I bought a lot of vinyl, because when it went on clearance or reduced price, I went ahead and got it. Not something I would recommend doing. Okay, so learn from my mistake. All right, so I'm just going to put cardstock scraps here. I think that looks good. Yep, okay. Oh, I accidentally ripped the P. Okay, let me just make sure this is really down. Let's give that another go. Peeling that back. Okay, there we go. Cardstock scraps. It is. And then again, it has these little tabs, which we're going to craft with here in a second. But that's what it looks like. I'm going to move that to the side real quick because I have this one. Now I opted for tech wrap because these are really small text. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, tech wrap does a really good job with intricate cuts. So I opted for tech wrap. And all I did was, I think I have, yeah, oh, there's a dot. It's those little tittles that are always gets me. And what I did is I just labeled. I made some labels, and where's the other tittle? Oh, the colors of the rainbow. Come on, you got it. Okay, done. All right, bringing out my little pin tool and weeding these out. All right, so when I did this to have consistency, I went ahead, actually let me just use a big one here, and then I can just cut them apart. There we go, that will work better. So because I wanted them to be all the same size, I just wrote all them out, and then whatever was my biggest one, I sized it down to that, and then the other, so I think orange or yellow was my largest word or longest word, and so I just sized it down, and whatever font size that was is what I did for the other one, so that way it could be all the same, it could be the same consistency. So that's what I ended up doing for that. because I don't want to have some fonts bigger and some fonts smaller. And I really love this font. It is, I think it's called Donut Worry, D-O-N-U-T, Worry. I just think it's so cute. But I'll have that all in the description box below. So I have red, let me just put that to the side here. Red, and then I'm gonna do the order of the rainbow. And I realized I forgot to wait out that G. Whoops. It's okay because I'll get that fixed. Okay. So, let's see here. I am going to flip this over and then we'll do red. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to hold this up in a way that's not going to be visible for you guys in the camera. So let me do this off camera real quick and then I'll show you at the end. Whew, I got them all done except one I need to redo. It's the orange. I kind of got that, sorry if you guys can't see it really well, but I got it all messed up somehow. I just did not manage to get that all lined up, but I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, so the order of the rainbow. And then of course, if you don't want to go that extra mile, you can always just put the vinyl on here and then put that on here, because it does come with this, and you can use these organizing labels. But I just didn't think it's necessary when I was just doing my vinyl. So anyway, so there's my labels. I'll redo this one off camera just because, oh, I was so mad because it's, just be careful because once it sticks, it's down. It's not one of those that you can lift up and redo. You definitely have to be mindful of that. So you just have the cardstock scraps, and I can always just use this for something else. Okay, I think we're down to the final two projects. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. I forgot that we were doing another iron-on, so we have this clip folio, and it's by the Sugar Paper. I did one for my craft room a while ago. I think it was last year or was this year, I can't remember. And I want one for my craft room because I need to make notes and stuff. And look how nice. It's pink too, and it has these polka dots. How cool is that? I am worried this is a little bit, I don't know how that's going to fare with iron-on, but we're sure going to give it the good old college try and see how it fares. And again, as I mentioned earlier with my tablet sleeve, I'm going to bring back that design, which is just two fonts that I paired. And this one I know is a Design Space font, so I don't think it's free. I think you're going to have to pay for the font if you don't pay for the membership, which I do. I always look there first, and then because sometimes I just don't want to export and download and import. So here's that R. Let's just do, if you're unsure if you can glue or if you can iron, oh wow, it is, okay. Oh. Okay, so I just need to apply more heat and more pressure maybe. I would definitely have to stick with vinyl and not iron-on, just because I've done iron-on on this type of material before, so I'm honestly surprised that it's kind of reacting the way it is. But, you know, it is what it is, and there's something that I can do about that, right? I'm already committed. Now, I most certainly can take it off and then put vinyl on it, but then you're running the risk of ripping this up, and I don't know if that's a wise decision. So, and I really don't want to kick up the heat because right now I'm on the low setting. I don't really want to do that. Okay, we'll see how that is. In the interim, I'm going to weed out the next one for the last project, and it's that pink box if you remember from my craft haul. Sorry this is white on white because again I'm trying to get through my scraps and get rid of them. So I'm just going to have this weeded and ready. Alright, let me see if this is cooled down. Multitasking at its best here. Nope, it's still not cooled down. So let's just bring this over. And so that pink box, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here in a moment. Just working on limited space right now. I'm going to use it for, again, it's kind of hard to see, so I apologize, but I'm going to use it for envelopes. I have a crap ton of envelopes, and I kind of want to get back into making my own envelopes for cards, but we'll see. And, sorry for the loud noise. But anyway, I currently have them all kind of wonky in my bookcase, and I kind of want to fix that and have them look nicer, so put it in a little box. So that's what I'm going to use it for. So I just overlapped 2 pieces of transfer tape, so that way I don't have to reuse another transfer tape. Okay. Alright, fingers crossed, y'all. Oh, no. No. I'm going to see if I can get this off and then use some wax paper, parchment paper. Alright. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, let me use some parchment paper. So this is what I also kicked it up a heat, or kicked it up. I also kicked it up to the medium setting. It's currently heating up, and I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of it. I don't want it to be super hot. There's a lot of air bubbles in there. And I'm moving it super fast because I don't want this to burn my clip folio. Okay, that actually worked. So this is what I was talking about, some bubbles, but it will settle once it's, you know, cools down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add my name. Okay, so if you're doing this, y'all, do not, I repeat, do not use iron-on. Just go ahead and use regular adhesive vinyl. So of course I'm gonna put this, I'm not gonna put that back on there because I don't want it to stick. So I'm gonna put this back on here to protect my vinyl, my iron-on. But so this is what I was, like I said earlier, this is what I was talking about. I like to try to get the that thicker carrier sheet off, so that way it's not so hard to work with when you're trying to, you know, lift this up, because you're not having a lot of lift with just parchment paper. I'm gonna hit this area real quick. Okay. Again, I am doing constant movement with medium pressure. And as I said before, and I'll say it again, do not do iron-on for this. Just stick with regular adhesive vinyl. And like I said, the reason why I did iron-on is because I did iron-on on this material before and it worked just fine. So, you know, there's that. Okay. hoping she's good. Okay, turn it over and let's cool it down. Let's see how this did. This does make me a little bit nervous because the font is so dainty. Oh, it did really good. Okay, I think the problem was I just had the heat too low. Maybe? I don't know. So there, oh my gosh, guys, I love the font and the script font paired together. I just think it pairs so nicely with each other. What do you guys think? Oh, love it. Okay, we got one more thing to do, and then we'll bring out everything to take a look at what we did today in this video. So let me go get the box. We'll put the vinyl on there. We already weeded it, so all we gotta do is apply it to the box. Here's this magazine holder that I was talking about. It's this canvas, and again, I'm going a different direction than what I originally was going to go with these. So yes, I could return them, or I can just keep them and figure out what I can use them for, and I'm sure I can find another use for them. So you'll see them on my channel. I may use my Cricut to label this. I definitely won't do handwriting because I always go upper left, lower right. That's how I do it. So anyway, so yes, so that's that. I'm not going to be crafting with that, but here's that box from the sugar paper. So a lot of this is either sugar paper or Bright Room. And I'm excited to do this because those envelopes just look so messy in my bookcase. This would be a good keepsake box. You know, put your memories in there, and or your cards. If you make cards, you can put that in there. That would be really nice until you need them. Okay. There we go. Okay, so they do have this here that you can label, which honestly, like, that's great. I'm going to put it right on top, so let me open it up. So you do have, I'm going to throw those away, but you do have these, so I'm going to keep that in case I do want to label the front. I think I want to put the envelopes on top, or maybe, I think maybe down here at the side. How am I going to store this? I'm definitely not going to store it this way. I guess I should have thought about this earlier, of where or how I'm gonna. I think it's gonna get stored like this. So I'm not. I was originally gonna put it on top, but I think it actually just makes sense to do it on the front or the side as it is. So, okay. So again, having that same issue, I really just need to throw it away. Not a problem. Okay. So this, again, it's not that bad when you're working with larger things, but it's when you work with those intricate pieces, they become a very big problem. Okay, let's throw that away. And then I'm going to use this. Now, it's probably not going to be beneficial for you guys to see, but unfortunately, I need to see this because, well, it needs to turn out in real life, right? Now this isn't quite sized for the side here because originally I was going to have it on top, so you'll see it's a little bit too large for that, but I'm not about to try to redo it. Alright. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Hopefully. So then I'm going to carefully peel this back. Okay. And then there we go. Envelopes. Turned out awesome. Okay, I'm glad it fit. I was worried that it was not going to fit. I mean, a little tight with the L and the P, but overall it worked out just fine, and I'm quite pleased with it. I'm going to put all of my envelopes in here and be happy it doesn't look messy anymore. Okay, well, that is the last project I have. Let's go ahead and bring in all the projects and take a look at them as a collective. We say pink. Oh my gosh. A lot of pink. I mean, it's all pink. I told you, it's going to be a very pink craft video, and pink it was, let me tell you. So everything turned out as I was so excited. This has been sitting in my craft room for about a month, if not longer. And I'm so excited now that it's done. I can get it out and situated in my craft room and put away, and I can admire this. So we have our clipfolio and our little tablet cover. Love this. And then we have our cardstock scraps, our envelopes box, which you can't really see because it's on its side. And then we have our grab and craft little container. And then we have our other what do they even call this? They call this desktop organizer in blush. And then of course we have our planner that we also did in, the only thing that really was in gold. And the reason why I did it in this gold is because I wanted to mimic this as well, to kind of, you know, play on that as well. So what did we do? 2, 4, 6, 7 crafts? Really? That's it? Oh, and then we also, I'm like, I feel like there's one more. There's one more. This guy. We did this one. I should have done it more in this blush tone to kind of keep it in tune with everything else, but oh well. But anyways, so we did all of that. I think everything turned out as perfect as I wanted it to be, despite its little hardships, but overall it turned out really great. Let me know what you guys think. And even if you're not a pink person, did you enjoy it? Let me know. And also, what is my favorite? It's going to be the clipfolio and this, because I just absolutely love that design. Oh my God. I love how dainty that font is with this bold letter. I'm going to have to do more of this. It's going to be a new thing. I love it. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoy it. So next week, we're going to do a pink Hobby Lobby craft with me video. So stay tuned. You're going to love those crafts. And then I have 2 more videos that are going to be some organizational stuff and some decor. And then we are going to, I'm so excited. So in about a month, we're going to be doing an Amazon craft haul video. And it's not a lot of crafts, but there is a huge surprise in that video, and I can't wait to show you. And then I'm going to do a couple unboxings. So in between those videos and you know, current times, I will try to post a craft tour or craft room tour and show you the updated look of my craft room. So stay tuned. A lot of fun things are coming to my channel. All right, see you later.